Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to talk to you about a secret so profound and yet so simple that once understood, it can transform a person's entire life. Now, this isn't something hidden away in an ancient manuscript. It's not locked in a vault, nor buried in a mountain cave. In fact, it's been spoken in parables, written in holy books, hinted at by philosophers, and lived by every man and woman who has ever achieved greatness. But most people walk right past it. You see, the strangest secret in the world is this: we become what we think about. That's it. That's the secret. And the more you ponder it, the deeper it becomes. The human mind is the last unexplored continent. It contains riches beyond measure, and yet most people use only a fraction of it. Not because they're incapable, but because they never learned how. You were born with the most powerful instrument in the known universe, your mind. And your thoughts, those invisible, intangible patterns that stream through your consciousness every day. Those thoughts are the blueprint of your destiny. What you think about consistently, you become. Now, pause and reflect on that for a moment. If you think about courage, you grow more courageous. If you think about fear, you grow more afraid. If you think about prosperity, kindness, love, wisdom, growth, those seeds begin to take root in your life. But if you think about limitation, failure, jealousy, doubt, those seeds take root too. The human mind doesn't care what you plant. Like fertile soil, it will return what you sow. So the question is not, does it work? The question is, what are you planting? Now, most people never take the time to stop and examine what's going into their minds. They think in reaction to their circumstances. They think by habit. They let the world do the programming for them through television, newspapers, idle gossip, and fear. They don't realize their lives are not shaped by fate. Their lives are shaped by thought. We live in a world that rewards clarity. A man or woman who knows what they want, who holds that image clearly and confidently in their mind, and moves toward it daily, will accomplish more than 10,000 others who are drifting, hoping, wishing. That's because the mind, once given a direction, will begin to work like a magnet. It will begin to filter opportunities, align your energy, influence your behavior, and yes, even attract the people and resources necessary to bring your vision to life. It is not magic. It is law. The law of cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. Now, I want to ask you something. If you were to take an honest inventory of your dominant thoughts over the past 30 days, what would you discover? Would you see dreams or doubts? Would you find vision or confusion? Would you discover growth or stagnation? Whatever you find, I can tell you with certainty, it is creating your future. Because here's another truth. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. And who you become is shaped by your thoughts. Now, let's dig even deeper into this remarkable truth. You see, every one of us was born with a capacity for greatness, but greatness does not show up by accident. It shows up through intention, discipline, and the steady repetition of right thinking. The mind is always at work, it never stops, and it is always creating. The only question is, what is it creating for you? If you allow your mind to wander aimlessly, to be filled with worry, distraction, and doubt, then your life too will feel aimless and uncertain. But if you discipline your mind, if you take hold of it and focus it like a lens, you can ignite the power that shapes empires, heals bodies, and lifts nations. Think of the great inventors, artists, and pioneers of the past. They weren't born special. They simply believed in an idea long enough, held it firmly enough, and acted upon it consistently enough until that idea became reality. That's all success really is, the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It's not measured by dollars in a bank or applause from a crowd. It's measured by movement, steady, committed movement toward a goal you have chosen. Now, most people don't choose, and that's the tragedy. They don't realize they have the power to decide. They wait for life to hand them meaning. They wait for someone else to give them permission. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances, and in waiting, they waste their most precious gift, time. But you and I, we know better. The secret, this strangest, simplest secret, is not in waiting. It's in deciding. Decide what you want. Decide who you want to be, and begin thinking in harmony with that vision. When you do that, you set forces in motion that go far beyond what the eye can see. Opportunities begin to appear. People show up. Resources gather. And most importantly, your own attitude begins to change. You begin to carry yourself with purpose, with certainty, with quiet strength. That's because your mind is no longer a cluttered workshop of confusion. It has become a command center, a lighthouse, a living compass, always pointing you toward your aim. But make no mistake, this requires effort. The price is not paid in money, but in attention. You must guard your thoughts as carefully as you would guard a treasure, because they are your treasure. You must speak only what you want to bring into your life, not what you fear, not what you resent, not what others expect, but what you truly desire. Because what you speak and think about expands. You are the captain of your soul. But the ship doesn't steer itself. You must take the wheel. So I'll ask you again, what are you thinking about most of the time? Are those thoughts worthy of you? Are they leading you toward the life you truly want, or are they carrying you like driftwood wherever the tide may go? If you wish to change your life, don't start with your circumstances, start with your mind. Because your thoughts create your world. They always have, and they always will. Now I want to tell you something that may sound bold, but it is true. You are, at this moment, exactly where your thoughts have brought you, and you are going without question where your thoughts will take you next. That may be a sobering thought, or it may be the most liberating truth you've ever heard. It depends entirely on how you choose to receive it. Because this isn't about blame, it's about responsibility. Blame is a dead end, but responsibility is power. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment you stop being a victim of circumstances and start becoming a creator of destiny. Now don't misunderstand me. Life will still bring challenges, setbacks, delays. That's inevitable. But here's the difference. The person who understands the strangest secret doesn't crumble under those challenges. He grows through them. She uses them. Because now the direction is clear. The mind is focused. The purpose is fixed. And that kind of person, a person of purpose, is unstoppable. You see, success is not a matter of luck. It's not about where you were born or what you inherited. It's not even about intelligence or talent. Those things help. Yes, but they are not the determining factors. The determining factor is thought. Think wrongly, and no matter how smart or connected you are, you will sabotage your own progress. But think rightly, consistently, creatively, confidently, and you will rise. Sometimes slowly, sometimes suddenly, but always upward. Let me give you an image. Imagine you are the pilot of a great ship, and your thoughts are the navigation controls. Each thought you have is a tiny adjustment to the course. Some are slight corrections, others are drastic turns, but every one of them moves you bit by bit toward a destination. Now, if you do not program your mind with a clear destination, what happens? You drift, you react. You become a ship at the mercy of wind and wave, of other people's opinions and the weather of life. But if you know where you're going, and you keep your thoughts aligned with that aim, nothing can stop you. You may face storms, yes, but storms do not sink ships. It's when the water gets inside that the danger begins. Guard your mind like the hull of your vessel. Don't let the poison in. And when you notice it, fear, self-pity, resentment, doubt, don't entertain it. Replace it. Deliberately, immediately, repeatedly, because thought is habit, and habits form character, and character becomes your fate. You are always planting seeds. The question is, will the harvest be one you're proud of? You see, the real secret of success isn't in doing more things, it's in thinking better thoughts. Clearer thoughts, noble thoughts, purposeful thoughts, because as sure as night follows day, your actions will follow your thoughts, and your results will follow your actions. That's the secret. That's the lesson. It is the key to health, to happiness, to prosperity, to peace. It is simple, but it is not easy because it requires vigilance, and few are willing to guard their thoughts the way a soldier guards a city. But if you are willing, if you are ready, then you are already halfway there. Now let's take a moment to imagine something together. Imagine a person, an ordinary man or woman who discovers this secret. At first they might feel skeptical. After all, how could something so simple, just the power of thought, hold the key to success, happiness, and peace? But they begin anyway. They begin by writing down a clear, worthy goal. They think about it every morning. They visualize it. They carry it in their mind like a treasure. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, things begin to change. They walk with a little more confidence. They speak with a little more conviction. Their days become more purposeful. Their decisions more aligned. And then something wonderful happens. Life begins to respond. People start treating them differently. Opportunities begin to surface. The fog of confusion lifts. Why? Because they are now living from the inside out, not the outside in. They are no longer driven by conditions. They are driving conditions. They are no longer reacting to the weather of life. They are creating the climate of their soul. You see, nature follows laws, always, whether we know them or not. Gravity doesn't care if you understand it. Electricity doesn't ask for your permission. And the law of thought, the law that says we become what we think about, works with the same unerring precision. Now, once you understand that, you begin to treat your thoughts with the respect they deserve. You no longer let them drift like leaves in the wind. You take hold of them like tools. You begin to shape your life deliberately, moment by moment, starting not with things but with images, with ideas, with intention. And then something even more profound occurs. You begin to change who you are. You become calmer, stronger, more centered. You become someone people trust, someone they admire, not because you're louder or more aggressive, but because there is something steady and anchored about you. That steadiness is the result of disciplined thought. You're not swayed by every opinion. You don't panic in every storm. You've begun to realize something that most people never understand. That peace of mind is not found. It is created. It is created through discipline, through vision, through alignment between your thoughts and your values. And here's the reward. Once your mind becomes calm and focused, it becomes powerful. Like a magnifying glass that turns sunlight into fire, a focused mind turns desire into reality. That is how inventions are made. That is how books are written. That is how fortunes are built. And that is how lives are transformed. Now let me remind you of something. You are already using this secret. Everyone is. The only question is, are you using it for you or against you? If you think about fears all day long, those fears will grow. If you dwell on failure, you will shrink from risk. If you constantly rehearse resentment, you will push away joy. But if you begin today, this moment, to feed your mind with courage, with clarity, with gratitude and determination, then your life will begin to change. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily, like the dawn rising after a long night. Because that's how all true transformation occurs. Quietly, persistently, from the inside out. So now we come to the most practical part of this message. Because it's one thing to know the strangest secret, it's quite another to live by it, day in and day out. So let me give you a clear path, a method that works not because I say so, but because it has worked for thousands, and it will work for you too if you will apply it with sincerity and consistency. It begins with a question. What do you want? Not what others expect of you, not what fear permits, but what your heart quietly longs for. It could be to own your own business, to become a great teacher, to write a book, to improve your health, to build a strong, joyful family, to grow in wisdom, to serve others. Whatever it is, it must be something that matters to you deeply. Once you have that clearly in mind, write it down. One sentence, no more. Carry it with you. Read it every morning and every night. Let it soak into your subconscious. Let it become a part of your identity. Then begin each day by asking, what can I do today, no matter how small, that moves me closer to this goal? And do that thing. It may be a phone call, a decision, a conversation, a single step. That's how mountains are climbed. That's how books are written. That's how fortunes are built. One deliberate step at a time. Now here's the second part. Guard your thoughts as if your life depends on them, because it does. Each time a negative thought enters your mind, replace it. Each time fear whispers, you can't, speak boldly to yourself. Yes, I can. I am becoming exactly who I'm meant to be. You do not need to know how the entire path will unfold. You only need to keep your mind focused in the right direction. The mind, once directed toward a worthy purpose, begins to bring forth ideas, strength, energy, and resources you never knew you had. And when you combine that with discipline, with effort, with faith, you become unstoppable. Now listen closely. The strangest secret is not a trick. It is not a quick fix. It is a law, and like all laws, it requires obedience. You cannot think thoughts of lack and expect abundance. You cannot dwell on failure and move forward with courage. You cannot poison your mind and expect to grow. But if you nourish your mind, if you treat it like the sacred garden that it is, there is no limit to what you can create. So what's the lesson that will transform your life? It is this. You become what you think about. Your life is a reflection of your mind. Your future is being written by your thoughts right now. And if you will take this truth seriously, not just once, but every day, you will discover a power within you more extraordinary than anything the world can offer. You will become the author of your own story, not a copy, but an original, not a drifter, but a creator, not a victim, but a visionary, because that's what you are. You were created with purpose. You were given a mind so powerful, so rich, so capable, that not even a lifetime is enough to tap all its potential. The only question is, will you use it? Now, as we bring this message to a close, I want to leave you with something lasting, something you can return to any time life seems uncertain or your path unclear. Remember this, you are always becoming something. The only question is, are you becoming what you desire or what you fear? If you do not choose your thoughts, your environment will choose them for you. If you do not plant your goals, the world will plant confusion. If you do not decide your life's direction, you will be pulled in 100 different ones, all leading to nowhere in particular. But you are not meant to drift. You are meant to create, to aim, to live intentionally, and to rise, thought by thought, into the person you were designed to become. You see, we were not placed here to mimic others. We were placed here to fulfill the unique purpose only we can fulfill. And that begins with thought. Because thought is the root, action is the branch, and your results are the fruit. Every moment is a new chance to plant the right seed. No matter your past, no matter your mistakes, no matter what you've been told or what you've believed until now. From this moment forward, you are free to think differently. And once you think differently, you will begin to live differently. Now let me leave you with a challenge. For the next 30 days, take hold of this secret, this strangest and most powerful secret, and live by it. Start by deciding on a clear, specific goal. Write it down, think about it every morning and every evening. Act on it daily. Speak of it confidently. And when doubt comes knocking, as it always will, answer it with faith, not fear. Guard your mind, feed it only with what uplifts and strengthens you. Surround yourself with voices that build, not break. Ideas that challenge you upward, not hold you back. And above all, remember, you become what you think about. That is the lesson that will transform your life. It has done so for countless others, and it will do so for you if you will just begin. This is Earl Nightingale, and this has been The Strangest Secret. Thank you for listening.